Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to Project Centerfire. I've put out a series of videos on the ammo shortage and buying ammo during the pandemic, and this is probably going to be my last video on the ammo shortage, at least for some time. To be honest, as we continue to get farther and farther into this thing, it gets a little bit more difficult as time goes by to see through all the BS that everybody wants to keep feeding you as to what's causing the ammo shortage. When is it going to come to an end? Who is at fault? Myself included. In the first video, I promised to keep you guys informed and get the information out to you on the shortage as soon as it became available to me, and that's why I'm making this video. Try to keep in mind that I'm getting this information out to you as soon as it becomes available to me. So for some of you who've been out there in the two-way community for a while, some of this information has already been out there. You may have already researched it before, it may sound repetitive. Some of the information I'm going to share during this video may not be new to some of you at all, but I do have a lot of subscribers and a lot of viewers on the channel that are new to the two-way community that haven't had an opportunity to research any of the information or get their hands on any of this information pertaining to the ammo shortage yet. So this video is going to be more for them than those of you that have been around and already done all your research. But there's going to be some good information being put out in this video, so stick around and watch it. Let me know in the comment section below if I missed anything. And try to remember, it's not hypocritical for opinions to change over time as new information becomes available. So if I say something during this video that may be contrary to what I said in a previous video, remember, this information may not have been available to me at the time, and facts have changed. And I'm certain it's not the intent of myself, any of the subscribers, viewers, or any commenters on this video to sound hypocritical. It's just that some of the information being put out today may not have been available last week. And based on that new information, opinions and circumstances can change. For those of you that are new to the channel, what I like to do for my videos is pick the subject matter for the video based on the comments left in the comment section by the viewers and subscribers from the previous video and use that as a platform to build on for discussion in the next video. So everything that we're going to talk about in today's video came from viewer submitted comments. All the information being put out in this video came from viewer submitted comments on the previous videos on the ammo shortage. Now I'm already predicting there's going to be at least one comment about how long it took me or how long I talked through the intro to this video and how long it took me to get to the point, 2 minutes and 43 seconds into the video before I said anything relative to the ammo shortage. So let's get to it now. The truth behind the ammo shortage. So the facts. Is there really an ammo shortage, and what are the contributing factors? In reality, there's not really a shortage of ammo. Ammunition's just in much higher demand now than it was previously. And there's a lot of factors that contribute to that. We know that ammunition manufacturers are already operating at full capacity or above full capacity nationwide. So just as much or more ammunition is being produced. So where is it all going, and what are the contributing factors? In 2019, lasting through spring and the early summer months of 2020, there were copper mining strikes in Texas and Arizona. As a result of those strikes, the mining for copper slowed down, so did manufacturing of ammunition. Now couple that with tariffs on imported metals like steel and lead from China, and the fact that the U.S. Doesn't smelt lead anymore due to environmental purposes, you've already got yourself a recipe for disaster. The demand for ammunition didn't go away with the slowed production and increased cost of materials. And let's talk about one of the biggest contributors to this whole thing. Enter COVID-19. With the Rona came the complete shutdown of numerous manufacturing facilities, like Remington, who ended up going bankrupt and closing down permanently. So with the slowdown in manufacturing production of ammunition, naturally comes a diminishing supply of ammunition on the store shelves. And naturally, when things are in short supply, the demand goes up. That leads to things like panic buying and hoarding of guns and ammunition, which in all fairness is to be expected with things like lockdown orders in place, civil unrest, and uncertainty. More and more citizens out of fear, maybe. More than 12 million first-time gun buyers on the market after the COVID pandemic started. Now 12 million new gun owners, first-time gun owners, and I know I've mentioned this in a video before, account for more than 20 million boxes of ammunition sold since the beginning of the year. That's on the short side of things. Some experts would have you believe that those first-time gun buyers accounted for more than 70 million boxes of ammunition. So let's fast forward a few months into the pandemic. We're going to relax some of the lockdowns. We're going to start to reopen businesses. Obviously, manufacturing and production is going to get back into the swing of things, but production is going to be slow. Why is that? Well, because in the middle of a pandemic, people just aren't ready. The workforce isn't there. People just aren't ready to go back to work because they're afraid of being around people. The government's got all these restrictions. The CDC and WHO are telling you stay 6 feet apart, social distance, work from home if possible. People are afraid to get back into the workforce. And something that a lot of people probably don't take into consideration is that the military is always going to take priority over the production of ammunition and shipping of ammunition than the retail stores and the retail outlets. The demand and the necessity for ammunition to be produced and shipped to the military doesn't go away with an international pandemic. And something that viewers submitted in the comments, and I looked into this and I couldn't really find any definitive information on it, so maybe if somebody could shed some light on it, leave it in the comment section below and let me know what you find out or what you know. I was told that the military does not recycle brass anymore. Now, I know when I was in the military, we always policed our brass because the military recycled it. For whatever reason, I'm being told they no longer do that, which could be a contributing factor to the ammo shortage. So if there is in fact any truth to that, let me know in the comments below. So what is the result of all this information I'm throwing out here at you? Well, the result is this. There's a short stock because production went up. When the production goes up, there's just not enough supply to meet the demand. Because of all these contributing factors, manufacturers are now trying to play catch up, and they're with back orders in the billions of dollars. Now, there are a lot of other theories out there, a lot of political theories, a lot of conspiracy theories as to what's really going on with the ammo shortage. I don't want to get into the politics of it, and I don't want to get into the conspiracies. I'll leave that up to you guys in the comment section below. But take a look at this video from Jason Vanderbrink over at Federal.
I'm Jason Vanderbrink, president of Federal CCI, Speer, and Remington Ammunition. And I gotta say, I am tired of all the hate mail. I'm tired of people showing up at our factories. I'm tired of reading the misinformation out on the internet right now about us not trying to service the demand that we're experiencing. It gets really old when I hear and read constantly that our ammunition companies are not making ammunition. We're having secret warehouses. We are selling to only specific customers. And after a year like right now where we have hired hundreds of employees to support American manufacturing jobs, all I hear is we're not making ammunition. So we want to keep the team motivated, so we continue to make ammunition to try to service this market. But if we just look back on basic economics, 7 million new shooters since March, times 2 boxes, which is a conservative estimate, is 700 million new rounds of ammunition our 3 factories have to help produce. That is impossible to do in 9 months.
Now, with demand for ammunition being high and the supply less equivocal, it's only natural to expect the price to increase on that ammunition as well. When the demand is high and the supply is low, the price to the consumer goes up. It's a natural thing that happens with supply and demand in a capitalist economy. And that is what I feel like is far above all other contributing factors to this ammo shortage. The number one complaint right now is not the availability of the ammunition, it's the cost. There are people that did take advantage of the lower price or lower cost of ammunition at the beginning of the pandemic, anticipating the panic buying, that were hoarding and buying ammunition just so they could sell it on sites like GunBroker for outrageous prices. Sites like GunBroker historically have been unregulated as far as the price goes, leaving a big margin for things like price gouging. Okay, price gouging has been a sore subject for a lot of people on this channel. You can call it capitalism, call it supply and demand, call it what you will. It's all of the above, but it doesn't make it right, and it's only a contributing factor to what we are calling the ammo shortage. And in fact, just last week, the Texas Attorney General filed a lawsuit against Cheaper Than Dirt for price gouging. And what about reloading? Okay, well, it sounds great. I don't do it personally, but I have friends who do. Guess what? This reloading supply chain is about as diminished as the ammunition itself. If you were already into reloading when the shortage started, you were probably, well, hopefully, pretty well stocked up and supplied with reloading stuff already. But with the shortage, and the economy, and the election, and COVID and civil unrest, came a market for thousands upon thousands of new reloaders. Preppers anticipated the shortage, the price gouging, and availability of supplies, nearly diminishing the entire supply of bullets and primers. The same principle applies with the ammunition. If you weren't stocked up before, well, good luck trying to find anything. If you're thinking about getting into reloading now, it's probably the wrong time. So is there going to be an end to this so-called ammunition shortage in the near future? Well, probably not anytime soon. With the election, running guns, and anticipating further civil unrest as time goes on, continued attacks on the Second Amendment, the demand for firearms ammunition is only increasing. I'm going to do a video sometime in the near future and outline some of the Biden-Harris proposals on gun legislation. But if you look at what's currently out there, the proposed taxes, 50% sales tax on ammo, ending the online sale of ammunition. We might see an end to the shortage of ammunition in the near future, but nobody's going to be able to afford it. Before we end the video today, let's take one more look at another video on the ammo shortage or relating to the ammunition availability. This one put out by Jason Hornady over at Hornady Ammunition.
Being a customer, we appreciate it. We understand that there is certainly an over-demand right now on ammunition availability. We promise we are shipping everything we can. The stuff that goes out today was literally put in a box yesterday. We've made 1/3 more than we did last year. Unfortunately, we don't have an extra factory laying around or anything else. We've got X number of people. We are certainly trying to add as much capacity as we can. I can promise you, there is no government conspiracy. Nobody's paying us to not ship. The t-shirts we don't manufacture. We actually buy them so they don't affect our ammunition manufacturing. Anything that we can is shipped. Everybody here is working as hard as they can to make sure we ship as much as we can. We appreciate your patience. We understand it's frustrating. It's frustrating for us too, but thank you for the business. We promise, keep shooting because we're going to keep making more. We promise.
The links to both videos featured in this one are going to be in the cards, and the links are also going to be in the video description below. My best advice for all of you is to shop around on the price. Shop around on the price, buy what you need, and hold on to it. To cut back on some of the cost on the money that I was spending at the range and to offset the availability of the ammunition I just couldn't find anymore, I bought myself a new shotgun. 12-gauge shot shells are readily available at most gun stores in my area at least, and they're cheap. Shotgun may not be the ideal weapon of choice to take to range and spend a couple hours shooting targets, but, you know, it's cheap, and I don't have to spend an arm and a leg to go out to the range for the day. And I'll leave you with these final words of wisdom. Don't be discouraged if you can't find the ammunition you're looking for. It's only because another patriot already bought it. Stay strong, stay safe. Until next time, you're awesome. We'll see you then.